Thank you for purchasing this all-new NordicTrack treadmill. Follow these steps to assemble your new X24 and X16 treadmill. Step 1. Assembly tips. Assembly requires 2 people. Place all parts in a cleared area and remove the packing materials. Do not dispose of the packing materials until you finish all assembly steps. To identify small parts, see page 6 of the owner's manual. Assembly can be completed using the included tools. Keep the included tools. One or more of the tools may be needed to make adjustments in the future. Left parts are marked L or left, and right parts are marked R or right. Step 2. Remove packing screws. Make sure that the power cord is unplugged. Remove the 6 3/8 by 3/4 inch screws from the base. Keep the screws. Step 3. Attach uprights to base. Do not pinch any wires during this step. With the help of a second person, set the upright assembly on the base, as shown. Have the second person hold the upright assembly until this step is completed. Next, attach the upright assembly with the 6 3/8 by 3/4 inch screws that you removed in step 2 and 6 3/8 inch star washers. Do not tighten the screws yet. Note, you may need to nudge the upright assembly forward or backwards slightly to align the screw holes. Next, firmly tighten the 3/8 by 3/4 inch screw indicated by the arrow on each side of the upright assembly. Then, firmly tighten the other 4 3/8 by 3/4 inch screws. Step 4. Connect upright wires. Connect the base wire to the upright wire in the right upright. Important, the wire connectors should slide together easily and snap into place with an audible click. You must connect the wires properly for your treadmill to function properly. Step 5. Attach console part 1. Remove the tag from the pivot plate and the console assembly. Next, have a second person hold the console assembly near the handrail assembly. Make sure that the console assembly is oriented so that the indicated hole is aligned with the locator pin. Next, insert the console wires downward through the round opening in the handrail assembly and set the console assembly on the handrail assembly. Do not pinch the wires. Attach the console assembly with 2 5/16 inch by 3/4 inch screws. Do not fully tighten the screws yet. Step 6. Attach console part 2. Rotate the console assembly so that it faces the opposite direction. Tighten 2 5/16 by 3/4 inch screws into the pivot plate. Start both screws and then firmly tighten them. Identify the left pivot cover. Attach the left pivot cover to the pivot plate with a number 8 by 5/8 inch machine screw. Do not over-tighten the machine screw. Step 7. Attach console part 3. Rotate the console assembly back to its original position. Firmly tighten the 2 5/16 inch by 3/4 inch screws that you attached in step 5. Then attach the right pivot cover to the pivot plate with a number 8 by 5/8 inch machine screw. Do not over-tighten the machine screw. Step 8. Connect console wire and attach cover. Connect the console ground wire to the ground wire in the handrail assembly. Next, connect the console wire to the wire in the handrail assembly. Important, the wire connectors should slide together easily and snap into place with an audible click. You must connect the wires properly for your treadmill to function properly. Then carefully push all the wires into the handrail assembly and attach the access cover with 2 number 8 by 3/4 inch screws. Do not over-tighten the screws. Step 9. Attach the handrail assembly. Attach the right handrail assembly to the treadmill with 2 3/8 inch by 4 3/4 inch screws and 2 3/8 inch star washers. Firmly tighten the screws. Attach the left handrail assembly in the same way. Step 10. Level the treadmill. If necessary, move the treadmill to the desired location. After the treadmill is placed in the location where it will be used, make sure that the treadmill rests firmly on the floor. If the treadmill rocks even slightly, turn a leveling foot as needed until the rocking motion is eliminated. Step 11. Inspection. Keep the included hex keys in a secure place. One of the hex keys is used to adjust the walking belt. To protect the floor or carpet from damage, place a mat under the treadmill. To avoid damage to the console, keep the treadmill out of direct sunlight. Thank you for purchasing this NordicTrack treadmill.